Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to probably one of the earliest deadline streams I have done. It is 3:01 according to my watch. We are 59 minutes away from the Gameweek 8 deadline, ahead of an international break. I'm sure there's going to be loads of questions about more pay and Ryan and all that stuff again. We're going to go through all that. Obviously, we've had all the press conferences at this point as well. So we got some pretty handy news, to be fair. Rodriguez is back. Antonio is out. Ings is obviously out. We already knew that. So yeah, we're looking pretty good. Lampard has said Pulisic is out as well. So if you own Pulisic, I think you just get rid. I'd be getting frustrated with the amount of times he's back and then he's not, and then he's going to be back and now he's not. I think it's time to go for him. But I'm kind of ready. I'll tell you what I'm not. I'll tell you what I'm not ready for is fan team. I've not done my transfers in fan team. I'm not going to bore you with it too much. I've got it on the background to remind myself to do it. I think I'm going to take Trent out. They're going to take Trent, Havertz and Werner out. I don't really want to take Werner out, but it's the only way to get Son. Unless there's another, I don't know, maybe there's a different punt I could go for this week that's not Son, because I've already got Kane. I don't know, maybe it's another Chelsea midfielder instead. Maybe I just keep Trent and do Havertz out. I don't know. I won't bore you too much with that. We'll stick to the good stuff, which is FPL for today. Am I keeping Reguilon? Okay. How loud's the music, by the way? It sounds very loud in my ears. Hopefully it's not too loud for you. Here is my team. So as always, if you haven't hit subscribe, no, I'm only messing. This is my team. No changes so far this week. And I don't think there's going to be. I don't think there's anything I've seen from the press conference to make me think I should change anyone, basically. So with Reguilon, people asking me about him, there was a late released quote, which were up on Fantasy Football Scout, which says, if I can find them, I haven't just done the T News stream. No, not David Moyes. Where are you, Reguilon? I can't find it now. Basically, Reguilon trained on Thursday. I think he probably would have actually been okay to play for Spurs on Thursday if they really needed him, but I guess they just thought they could get away without him if he's a little bit ill, just give him the time off. So I think he might be okay. So this is what Mourinho said. The good thing is I don't think we have injuries from the match today, so that's talking about last night's match. And Reguilon trained on Thursday morning at the training ground, so normally he'll be fine. I'm going to keep him. I think Lamptey starts, so even if Reguilon doesn't, I'll be massively frustrated if he doesn't, but I've got Dallas to come in instead. I don't think I need any other transfers. I'm not going to spend the whole stream talking about why I'm keeping Morpay. But he's staying. I think he'll start. I don't think Brighton can afford to keep play hardball with him. So I think my team looks pretty good. I guess if I happen to go down to 10 men, so be it. Relatively quiet for my team for sure. Captain Kane is locked in. Toby, thanks very much for donating. I did do a shout out for you, I think, on Twitter. So do appreciate that. If anyone wants to donate to Movember, I don't know if there is a link in this description, but I'll put one out on Twitter. Get me miles in today. The moustache is coming, but I know every time people have got beards, you think they can all grow them quick. I don't grow beards quick. That's why I don't shave it off. It takes too long to come back. JK, how is it going? Who should I pick out of Mitrovic, Foden or Justin? To start this week, so Fulham have got West Ham away, Foden's Liverpool, Justin against Wolves. I'd probably play Mitrovic. You don't even know if Foden's going to start, do you? I do think Leicester Wolves has a good chance of being 0-0, but I don't know. I'll probably play Mitrovic, I think, out of those three. Okay, let's see what. Yeah, so that's my team. Okay, so I've got I've got 3 yellow flags, all in my defence, but I don't think it's really worth panicking for. And it's another week like last week where I actually wouldn't be bothered if I had to play Dallas. I know in the end they conceded 4 goals and I got lucky, but I'd be okay playing Dallas against Crystal Palace. So if one of my teams misses out, so be it. Do I review teams at all on Twitter DM? No. I've closed my Twitter DMs because all I get is rate my teams. Should I start Watkins or Dallas? Watkins for me, I think. It is Arsenal, right? And to be fair, they have looked better. We're not going to get into the Arsenal conversation again. But I'd probably play the attacker in that scenario, I think. Drew, thoughts on double Chelsea defence? I mean, double Chelsea defence looks great this week for sure. And the fixtures, I think the fixtures going forward are better for their defence than their attack. So Newcastle's probably okay. Leeds at home, Everton away, Wolves away. They're not really... I don't know. After this week and maybe next week, I don't think I would necessarily want a double up. That'd be my only concern, I think. I'm not saying you don't do it, because their defence is good. And I think teams like Wolves is probably an okay defensive... it's okay to have your defenders up against Wolves. That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I think it's good value potentially, but it could be a bit of a struggle in a few weeks. I think. Why isn't this in the car? Because I've got power. I've got power at least for now. Who knows? And the internet's even doing well. I don't think it's lagging at all. What the hell is going on? There is a chance that 2 of your backline misses out. Yeah, I think just 1 will. I mean, Mitchell's definitely missing out because he's out. That's been confirmed. So yeah, what 5 defenders would I go for a wildcard? I don't know if I'd go much different to what I own. I'd maybe go for an extra 4.5, and to be fair, I wouldn't have Reguilon because after this week he's dud. I think so. I'd maybe go like Man City and get him in early, like Diaz potentially, Chilwell. Diaz, something like Diaz, Chilwell, Lamptey, Ayling, and maybe another 4.5 like Soufal maybe. If you wanted to spend the extra on your bench to have a proper squad going into Christmas. Thanks very much, Gethin. Tommy Sweatman, how is it going? Got Justin and Kilman. Who should I start? I'd probably start Justin. Start the home guy. Like, if I think who's more likely to score, Vardy or Jimenez, I think just the way it's been going so far, I'd back Vardy, I think. So I'd play Justin. That's just me, though. That is just me. Cresswell in. I mean, Cresswell, it sounds like Cresswell's going to be fine. It's a bit annoying when they put a little bit of doubt in your mind, isn't it? But West Ham Twitter account, the official one, did tweet to say Cresswell should be fine. Like, they did like a roundup of the press conference, and the bullet point was Cresswell should be fine. But it's so annoying to hear something like that before you have to make the transfer in. Sold off James. I sold off James Rodriguez last week for Rashford, so I'm hoping Rashford can get something this week. Okay, let's talk about benching Liverpool defenders, right? I was chatting to Az earlier because he's considering. I won't give away his transfers and his decisions, but he's considering benching someone, not Robertson or Trent, but a similar situation where most of the time you'd want to play them. I think 9 times out of 10, the right call will be benching Robertson or Trent if you've got a good defender with a good fixture. Right, in 9 out of 10 cases, you get away with it. But there will be that 1 week where maybe they get a clean sheet, or maybe they get a clean sheet and an attack and return, or if they don't get a clean sheet, they get an attack and return, i.e. they get some kind of return, and it could hurt, right? We've seen Trent get 10 points before without keeping a clean sheet. I said that before. Now, I'm not saying he's going to get like no clean sheet and 2 attack and returns against City, but you just never know. So I feel like most of the time you get away with it and it's fine to do. But in the back of my mind, I just know if I had them, I'd probably play them just in case, because you know what they're capable of. If you take all the emotion out of it and all the worry and the fear of missing out, in a lot of cases where I've seen people ask me this question about benching Trent or benching Robertson, it probably is the better play overall. Just there is sometimes that 1 week where they will go mad. The danger of benching Robertson Trent is the ownership tends to be really damaging if they do well. Absolutely, but obviously the flip side is, if you bench them, if you take that risk, I mean, some people would say it's not a risk because they're playing Man City. If you bench them because no one else will want to, and they don't keep a clean sheet. I mean, here's what I would say for Robertson Trent. If I said to you Man City are going to score, you'd probably agree. Right? If I said Liverpool are going to score against Man City, you'd probably agree, right? We're not expecting a 0-0 necessarily. It could be a tight game, but I don't think anyone's expecting a 0-0. So straight away, you already know. Like if I had okay, let me put it a different way. If I had a Man City attacker, if I had Sterling or De Bruyne, right, I would be pretty hopeful of some points this week. I wouldn't go into that game week thinking they're going to blank. I.e., that means I think Liverpool defenders are going to concede. Therefore, it's just attack and returns you're waiting for. If you think they can get a clean sheet, don't bench them. Linus, thanks very much. I'll try and look out for your message, but it is difficult with the amount of questions that we have coming in. Let me see. I'll keep an eye out for it. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of questions about whether to bench Robertson or Trent. I think it comes down to what kind of manager you are. Like some people just won't be able to cope if they do well and they bench them, even if it is the right call. if that makes any sense at all. Diogo Jota. I can't... Oh, the chat is messed up. Yeah. Is that because I've got it down there? Is it going to... Oh, yeah, there we go. I think it's okay now. I know it's wrong, but I thought about Kane triple captain. I don't think it's wrong to think about it. Like, this is going to be one of the best fixtures he plays, but I get... You know my thoughts. If you've watched for a while, I wouldn't do it in a single game week most of the time. The walk went well today. Yeah, the dog has been... the dog got neutered like 10 days. Spayed. I think spayed is the official word, isn't it? 10 days ago. So she got a cone off today and stitches out. So she was able to go for a walk as well. So the walking is good. Linus, did West Ham say anything about Antonio? Thanks very much for that. Antonio is definitely out. Moy said he hopes he should be back soon. I think international break is, after that is going to be the key. It's kind of, I've got to be honest, right? I know it's perfect for a non-owner because you skip the Fulham game. You don't have to worry about having him or not. You can roll a transfer in a lot of situations. Obviously, I don't wish injuries on anyone, but when you already know someone's injured and you think they could get back for game week 9, it's kind of handy, to be honest, for me. Because I didn't really... You know me, I don't want to get rid of more pay in this fixture. So maybe in game week 10, I might look to do Kane to Antonio, potentially. Jayesh, how's it going? Bench Walker Peters or Alderweireld? That's a good question. I mean... West Brom are rubbish. Like, they're really, really rubbish. So I think I would bench Alderweireld. That's an interesting one. You don't see many people with him. Let me check Alderweireld's ownership right now. Not saying it's wrong to have him by any stretch. Although he's not. Let's have a look. Yeah, so he's played the last 3 games. He's owned by 1.8%. I didn't even think it'd be that high. I guess there's always a chance of Sanchez coming in with Dyer fit. I mean, if they're both going to start, I would play Alderweireld. I think better fixture. Like West Brom truly are awful going forward, I think I saw on Black Box, if anyone watched that, Mark was saying West Brom have had one big chance. So if you haven't checked that out, go and check out FPL Black Box. One big chance all season. That is so bad. Yeah, we already knew West Brom were awful, but that is interesting. Lamptey might only play 45 minutes due to his injury. It's not. I think it was just cramp, to be honest. He could just play 45 minutes, but let's hope he doesn't. Lucas, thanks very much. Let me see this. Kilman or Dallas to play? I would play Dallas this week, I think. James and Sice both in get rid category. I think Sice is. I think James owners are always going to have this. Basically, James owners don't want to sell him because they know what he can do, but are also fully aware that he'll often be benched or he will be benched from time to time. It's impossible to know if he's going to start this week. For me, if I had him, I'd start him because the upside of playing him against Sheffield United is quite big. But Sice, I do think, has probably lost his place at this point, full time. Nihao, thanks very much. Jimenez to Calvert-Lewin or roll the transfer. I'll definitely roll. Definitely roll. If you've not already got Calvert-Lewin, you don't need him this week. I'm hoping he scores 1, maybe gets 2 bonus, and Man United thrash him like 4 or 5-1. But yeah, I mean, you don't need him this week for sure. What would be your 1 week punt for a defender this week? I think it would be Chilwell, honestly. I mean, if you want to go punty, Reguilon's got a really good fixture, and he's got 2 assists in 3. He's got 2. I've had him for 3 games. He's missed 1, so he's got 2 assists in 2. So the guy is attacking. He's got a really good fixture. So I guess punt-wise, Reguilon fits the punt criteria a little bit more than Chilwell. But Chilwell is almost. I feel like if you're talking almost guaranteed clean sheets, that's Chelsea this week. Attacking potential as well if he bombs forward. I know when people talk punts, they want outside the box, but I don't know where else I would go. I mean, I don't know if you want a true punt. Let's see, true punt. Man United. Harry Maguire has had the most shots in the box so far this season. There you go. There's my punt, Harry Maguire. If you want a realistic one, let's go Reguilon and Chilwell. I like him. That's why I got him. Is the difference between Cresswell and Soufal worth the extra 0.6? This is a great question. For me, I wouldn't want to be lumbered with a 5.1 million West Ham defender, but if you've got to play him for the next kind of 3 to 4 weeks, the fixtures are really good, and he does create a lot of chances. But personally, I would be thinking ahead, thinking at some point I'm probably not going to want to play them, and I'm much happy to bench Soufal than I am Cresswell. So I would go for Soufal to save the money, but Cresswell does look the best West Ham defender. He's creating the most chances, etc., etc. So there you go. There's my answer. Okay, this already looks like a great super chat. Am I an FPL genius? That's how it starts. You definitely are. Rodriguez, James Rodriguez and Dallas to Zaha Bellerin for the next 4 game weeks. I mean, Arsenal's fixtures are quite good, and so are Zaha's. I don't know if that's a genius move. I mean, Rodriguez has Fulham next week, but fair play, he might not get too much this week. If that's for free, maybe. If it's for a hit, I don't think so. Thoughts on Robertson and Son to a 4.9 million defender and De Bruyne next week? Got Bellerin. So you've already done the Bellerin move. Lamptey, Chilwell. Yeah, those defenders are probably okay for a little bit. And yeah, I would want a Man City defender. I would want a Man City attacker, and I don't necessarily know if next week is where it has to be done though. That's what I would say. Wait and see. We've got 2-week international break now. I do want De Bruyne for game week 10. I don't think you have to 100% have him for game week 9. I'm okay having my Spurs players play against Man City. I wouldn't rush to get Man City players to play against Spurs. I'm not saying I won't make a move, but I don't think it's kind of must-have. You're in the top 50k in UCL Fantasy. How many people are playing that? It's the start of November, and as usual, my team has imploded beyond repair. There's always time for repair. Talking of repair, I really need to do my fan team fixtures transfers. George R. Pulisic out. Who's in? Have Grealish, Son, Rodriguez, and Bruno. I would say if you fancy West Ham, you could go for Fornals or Bowen. If not, I would maybe just straight swap into Ziyech. Something like that. Thanks very much for that, George. Mavs gaming, -4. Dunn Mitchell to Soufal and a 4.5 as a backup defender. Unless you need to, if it's just a backup, I wouldn't. Why would you take a -4 if you're not going to play them this week? Maybe to have bench cover, but I would just do one move for free and get Soufal in personally. Nikhil has it going. Asked you last week about Zuma, and you said he could score the occasional header, which he did. Sadly, I didn't get him to save -4. That's one of those situations, right, where it is frustrating, but you probably made the right move not taking a -4. Like the chances of scoring a header, like that's his 3rd in 6 games. Like, so look, unlucky. But yeah, I did say Zuma score the occasional header. Score the occasional one every other game at the moment in the league. Absolutely ridiculous. You're only 40 points behind me, which is you're 40 points behind me, which means you're a 1 million overall rank. FPL is so close. I said last night on last night's stream, I am closer to 2 million. I'm 308k overall. I am closer to the 2 million rank than I am to top 10k. I think it was something like that anyway. What do? Do I get rid of Trent in fan team? I've got 2 free transfers, but if I get Chilwell in, double Chelsea defence, because I've already got Zuma. I'm wondering if I want double Man City defence, but not this week. Or do I just do Havertz? I should have given this more thought before I came on air. I don't want to be looking at this. Ziyech is 8.2 million. I could just do Havertz straight to Ziyech and save my other transfer. I don't know. I need to think about that a bit more. Maybe I'll just do Werner and Havertz out and keep Trent for now. Maybe that's my move. I'm going to do that. I'm going to get rid of Havertz and Werner. Okay, I'm just going to quickly do that. Sorry. Havertz and Werner out. I'm not sure about getting rid of Werner, but it is what it is. And I'm going to get Son in for this week. Why can't I change the team? Because I've got to change my captain. Harry Kane captain. Son vice. Bam. Job done. Werner's gone. I've sold Werner in fan team. That could hurt me. Werner and Havertz have done wonders for me. And I've got Wilson in. There you go. You can't see any of this, by the way. That's why I'm giving you running commentary. I'm going to bench Souček and play James Rodriguez as well. What do you think about that? I'm keeping Trent in fan team for now. In fact, so in FPL, I've got Chilwell and Lamptey. In fan team, I've gone super cheap. I've got Zuma and Ben White. Ugh. I'd much rather have Lamptey and Chilwell. Anyway, that's done now. I won't keep going on about it. Waz got 2 free transfers. Usual suspects: Son, Kane, Salah, CL. What's CL? Champions League? CL. Son, Kane, Salah, CL, etc. CL is someone I can't... Who is CL? Etc. De Bruyne and a Man City defender down the line. Yeah, have Foden really want to switch into Jota because of his ridiculous form, starting or not? I don't know about Foden. The thing is, you're getting rid of Foden, who's potentially a risk to start, for Jota, who's potentially a risk to start. Maybe it works out. I wouldn't be doing that, I don't think. Who is CL? CL. Calvert-Lewin, of course. It's because I always say DCL. All right, fair enough. If you really want to switch into Jota and there's nothing else to do, go for it. Yeah, Calvert-Lewin, all right, fair enough. Should have known that. Patrick, thanks very much. It's DCL, though, you know? Triple captain Son, my thoughts. I'm not interested in triple captain anyone in this week, to be honest. But that's just me. If you really want to do it, go for it. I don't want to talk. I hate talking. Sound like I'm trying to talk people out of it. Like, people do well with triple captains in single game weeks, but there's going to be double game weeks coming up, and that's when I'm probably going to use it. That's my answer. For triple captain, any player you want to put it on this week, not for me. If you want to put it on Kane or Son, go for it. Go for it. Vikas, thanks very much. Pulisic to Bowen, 2.7 in the bank. Have Salah, Son, Grealish, Foden, Kane, Calvert, DCL. There you go. You have DCL. Excellent. I mean, does Pulisic to Bowen give you an extra give you 2.7, or have you got 2.7 and Pulisic to Bowen and give you even more? Because that'd be a nice way to maybe get De Bruyne or something soon. Yeah, I think Pulisic. I think for most people, if you've already got Grealish, Pulisic is either going to Bowen or Fornals. Zaha. People are not talking about Zaha because he blanked last week, but his fixture run is actually quite good now. Or just a straight swap to Ziyech if you don't want to save some money. That's your 3 options, I think. But yeah, nothing wrong with going for Bowen. The only thing that worries me about West Ham is there's a lot being played, a lot of kind of hope being placed on this fixture against Fulham, which, to be fair, I was doing the same because I wanted Antonio. But Antonio out, it just makes West Ham a worse team for me. So I don't think... I'm not saying Bowen or Fornals is a bad choice. We're absolutely not saying it. But it's one of those moves I could see people backfiring and getting frustrated at because they don't score against Fulham, and then it's Sheffield United away, Man United at home, Leeds away to come, and suddenly the run doesn't look as good. But yeah, I think it's a fine move. I just, you could go for Zaha if you wanted to instead. He's not for me. But I know a lot of people like him. Blanked against Wolves, but I think that was to be expected. Leeds, Burnley, Newcastle, West Brom next 4. I think it's quite good for him. And he's on penalties with Milivojevic suspended. So job done. Job done. Thoughts on getting Wilson for a cheaper forward? Depends who the forward is. In most cases, I wouldn't be worrying about using free transfers on cheap forwards. You've got Bamford, you've got Watkins, you've got Morpay. They're probably all fine this week. Same as Che Adams. I think Callum Wilson's fine. Like, I like him. I might get him in Game Week 10. But I don't think you need to change one of your current cheap strikers to get him, in my opinion. Play Konza or Robertson. Definitely Robertson. Definitely Robertson. I'd bench Robertson maybe for like a Lamptey or not Chilwell because everyone will play him anyway, but like a Lamptey or someone like that. I wouldn't bench him for Konza, who's playing Arsenal. Who to bench this week? Zaha, Grealish, Rodriguez. I mean, none of them preferably, but it's got to be Rodriguez because of the fixture, surely. I mean, Grealish is playing Arsenal away. That's tough too, but I think I would probably bench Rodriguez. Patrick, thanks very much. I'll keep an eye out. I know that's the second one you've done now. I'll keep an eye out for your message. It's tough though. So much coming in. Make sure to hit that like button if you haven't already, by the way, and hit subscribe too. Be much appreciated as always. We do these deadline streams every kind of 45 minutes, an hour before every deadline. So I don't know when the next deadline will be yet because they've not done the fixtures and stuff, but I will be here almost certainly. Yeah, again, watching Black Box, I fully agree. The great thing about Grealish is you feel like you can get something against any team. And I'm not saying you don't think that about Rodriguez either, but there's something about Grealish at the moment. So I would definitely bench Rodriguez. Gavin, how's it going? You've got Ings, Morpay, Trent, Robbo, Chaos, Help. I've got 2 free transfers as well. I mean, a lot of people are asking me about Liverpool defenders. You have to ask yourself whether you want to keep them long term. Like, Morpay is not an issue for me. So is Ings... Get rid of Ings for someone. Job done. You don't have to get rid of both. If you want to keep the 2 Liverpool defenders long term, just keep them this week. Maybe play a different defender. But I would get rid of Ings for sure because he's out for 4 to 6 weeks. You could go up. You could downgrade. You could downgrade Trent or Robbo to go up to Werner or Kane, but I'd probably be going down to like a Wilson or someone like that. Bamford maybe. Don't panic. That is not that disastrous, to be honest. I don't think. Pushkar, how's it going? Would Jorginho, you're never going to know if he's going to start or not. Morpay, I think he will. But Jorginho, couldn't tell you, to be honest. I don't know. I mean, Jorginho was a bit of a bandwagon because of all the penalties, but they just, the thing is, they might not do this again, but against Burnley, they played Kante as like the holding midfielder, and they played Mount and Havertz in front. Now, Havertz is injured, so they definitely can't do that. Maybe Jorginho would come in and play there, but you're just not going to know for sure. Morpay, though, I think he will, but that's just my opinion. I don't know any more than you guys. I'm just putting it down to the fact that Potter said it's water under the bridge now. He's learnt his lesson. It happens. And ultimately, who's going to play instead? Connolly is not going to play up front on his own without Morpay, I don't think. And Welbeck, come on, Morpay's better than Welbeck. Brighton don't have this luxury of just keeping on benching. Plus, this is a game they can win. They have to play Morpay. Maybe I'll be wrong, right? Maybe at 4:30, I'll regret having him still, and I'll be getting a lot of stick on Twitter, but pretty sure he's going to start. Is the game on TV, by the way? Oh, it's on Box Office. Frustrating that is. So at least 5 of my players are playing on Box Office. So Lamptey, Morpay, Reguilon, Son and Kane are all on Box Office. It absolutely sucks. Absolutely sucks. Oh well, is what it is. Should be the last week. Let me see what else we got here. Best long-term defender outside Chilwell, Lamptey and Zuma. Long-term defender. I mean, I don't know if there is one. Like, the thing is, when you say long-term, you probably want one to... If you want one to play every single week, well, I'm not sure there is. I mean, what's long-term for a start? Maybe a West Ham defender. But I think any other defender you go for, you kind of want to maybe weave them in for rotation. Like, you could go for an Arsenal defender like Bellerin and play him most weeks, potentially. Man United fixtures are okay coming up, but I don't think anyone wants to go there right now. So potentially at Arsenal, I don't know, Leicester Wolves, not sure I'd be looking at playing them every single week. I'd be maybe looking at rotation. Like, if you've already got Chilwell, Lamptey, Zoom, which is why you're saying it, Leeds defenders rotate quite well with Lamptey, so you could look there. And West Ham defenders have probably got the best fixtures right now. Maybe Palace, but I don't think I'll go there. M-Life Visual, how's it going? Who to bench? Bowen? No. Wilson? No. So you got to bench one of Calvert-Lewin or Rodriguez. That is a tough one. That is a tough one. I mean, Calvert-Lewin's more goal threat, I would say, for sure. I guess Rodriguez, but I wouldn't like doing it. I think Rodriguez. I definitely wouldn't. Jesus, loads of super chats. Never going to get through these. I wouldn't be benching Bowen against Fulham or Wilson with Southampton's injuries. So one of the other two, probably Rodriguez. Himanshu, thanks very much. Danny, thank you very much. Sell Havertz and Cresswell. Why would you sell Cresswell and buy Masuaku and Rashford for a -4? Or bench Havertz and then use Barkley instead. I can't afford Rashford without selling Cresswell, but is it worth a -4? I don't like the idea of selling Cresswell for a -4 before Fulham. If you've got like a front 8, like some people have really strong front 8s where they can bench Barkley. So would you not downgrade Barkley maybe to afford the move? I would be considering benching Havertz instead. I don't know if I would take a -4 to remove Cresswell. He's got a really good fixture. DGF, thank you very much. Neil, thank you very much. 1 free transfer. Sice, Trent, Lamptey, James, Reece James, I guess. Mitchell, Sice to Cresswell. Yeah, Sice out is probably for me, Sice is most of the time going to be the best one out because James might play. Mitchell is not going to play, but he's so cheap you just bench him anyway. So Sice to Cresswell sounds good. Patrick, thanks very much. Again, Patrick, I'm sure you're trying to write a message, but the thing is it gets lost. You need to put the you need to put the message in when you do the super chat. DJ, thanks very much. Basuma or Kyle Walker-Peters to play. I mean, it is Burnley, but how often is Basuma going to score? I'd probably go Kyle Walker-Peters. Probably Kyle Walker-Peters. It's one of those weird situations where if I had Kyle Walker-Peters, I'm okay playing with him, but I'd also be okay bringing Wilson in. So one of those weird ones, really. Tiltai, thank you very much. Sterling out for Rashford until game week 10. I don't think that's a move I would make. That's using 2 free transfers to get rid of one player to then bring them back. So I probably wouldn't do it. The only time I would do that is maybe if you wanted to bring De Bruyne back in instead of Sterling, but I don't think so for me. I would just probably keep Sterling for now. Patrick, I saw your message. Keep Seiss and bring in Wilson, or keep Mitrovic and bring in Chilwell. I mean, Mitrovic is going to play. Seiss isn't, so I'd probably do the Seiss move first. Maybe do Mitrovic next week. Where are we now? Gold piece, how's it going? Best 2 to replace Son and Kane plus 4.5 million cash. You don't need. Why would you be replacing Son and Kane? I mean, next week, if you've got 4.5 million, I'd probably get a cheap striker. Maybe Werner, but a cheap striker probably. Maybe Vardy as well, but not next week. And get De Bruyne or Sterling. But to be honest, you don't need to worry about it until next week. Right? There's no point worrying about that now. I mean, could be injuries or something over the international break, which completely changed our thinking. I really hope Kane and Son stay fit, though. I want to see people have to make the decision to get rid. If Kane goes and gets injured over the international break before a tough run of fixtures, it makes FPL very boring. So I wanted to stay fully fit. People have to make that decision. Can I get rid of an informed Kane? Play Dallas or Brewster? I mean, I'm expecting a Chelsea clean sheet, so I'd probably play Dallas. Pretty sure the last time Burnley played Brighton, Basuma scored an absolute worldie. I mean, he's already scored a worldie this season, hasn't he, against Everton? But yeah, I'm not sure. Why do we still have more pay? He always blanks when I get him. Cheap strikers are going to blank, aren't they? You just have to hope at some point they go on a bit of a run. Burnley at home, not a bad time to do it. Russell, how's it going? For the next 3 to 4 game weeks, Rodriguez, Ziyech, worried about Champions League rotation a little. Yeah, I mean, the next 4 for Everton include Fulham. I mean, after this week, Fulham, Everton's fixtures are probably a little bit better. I mean, they both have to play Leeds. Chelsea have to play Spurs, which is basically their fixture to James Rodriguez against Man United. But that Fulham game is really good. Yeah, maybe a bit of rotation. I don't know if there's going to be much for Ziyech. Maybe Rodriguez just about, as long as he can stay fit. I think it's very close, though. I really do. I think Chelsea may be starting to look like they're going to click a bit soon. Or they are starting to click a bit. Nihao, why do you forget good performance because of one bad? Why do we forget? I don't know what the question is. Good performances because of one bad game week. I mean, FPL managers are always fickle, myself included probably at times. Pushka, how's it going? Should I play Cresswell or Walker Peters? Cresswell, he's got Fulham. Any player you've got playing Fulham or West Brom, you play them, right? Pretty much. Maybe not Souček. Is Werner a good captain pick? I think outside of Spurs, you're looking at Werner or Aubameyang, I think. So if you want to go against Spurs, I think Werner's okay. He's got penalties as well now. Is wildcarding before an international break a bad thing? Not necessarily. If you really need to do it. I mean, obviously, it's probably easier to do it afterwards during the international break. You've got a bit more time to think. Vincent, is Bellerin a good pick? I think he's an okay pick. I don't think he's like... He's fine. He's fine. The fixtures are quite good. They look like they're getting better defensively, although we've still only seen a few games. I don't think he's necessarily as attacking as everyone thinks he is, but yeah, I think for 5 million, he's probably an okay pick. Has he gone up to 5.1 now? He was 5 million. We've got 25 minutes, by the way, before the deadline. Yeah, he's 5.1 million now. Make sure you got everything locked in. I'm just double checking, like triple checking. Dallas first bench, then Basuma, then Mitchell definitely out. Kane captain, Son captain. Happy days. Yeah, I'm happy. Why not Souček? It depends who you're benching him for. It becomes a different conversation with Souček because he's an attacker. So if I had Souček versus Calvert-Lewin, for example, I'd probably play Calvert-Lewin. But that's just me. hang on a sec. Where is that message I just saw there? Where's that fake news message I just saw? You're lucky I can't find it. Corey, how's it going? How is my team? McCarthy fine, Lamptey fine, Chilwell fine, Dallas fine, Trossard fine, Salah fine, Grealish fine, Song fine, more paid. It's perfect. What more could you want? Benching Foden, Semedo, Justin. Playing down. Yeah, I think that's okay. Looking really good. Looking really good, I would say. Solid team for this week, especially if you haven't made a transfer. If you have, fair enough. But yeah, I think the team looks really good. When are you going to make the mandatory Harvey Barnes transfer? I've already thought about it this season. Maybe at some point. Not right now, no. I got bigger fish to fry. Now, my midfield soon could be Salah, Grealish, De Bruyne, Sterling. That'd be good. Yeah, Mitchell's red. Sorry, it's because the team's been up for ages. They've only just red flagged him, I guess. There you go. He's red now. Got a red flag and 2 yellow flags. The panic is on. The panic is on. Who is easier to get rid of between Son or Rashford to fund a proper defence? So after this week, I think Son is actually probably the one to sell just because of the fixtures. But we know how good he can be. If I had to sell one of Son or Rashford next week, obviously, I mean, Rashford's about to play West Brom. So it would be Son, I think. Won't necessarily work out, but that's the way I would do it. Oh my God, I'm yawning. Excuse me, that's so rude. If someone in your team doesn't play, do you get points from someone on the bench? You do, but you get it in the order they can make a valid FPL team. So, for example, if I had Basuma first bench and Dallas second, and one of my defenders missed out, Basuma can't come on because I have to play at least 3 defenders. So Dallas would still come on even if you're second bench. If you were playing 4-4-2, for example, and you had a midfielder first bench, then they can come on because then it could just go 3-5-2. If that makes sense. Get Sky Italy shows all Premier League games for €30 a month. Bargain. It's all right. Box office is going soon. Jake, how's it going? Play 3. So you basically bench 1. I mean, it's got to be Soufal, Chilwell, Lamptey for me. I think that's quite easy. Dallas first bench, or Dallas ahead of Kilman on the bench, basically. This is literally the most relaxed you've been in a deadline stream all season. I know that the most non-relaxing... What's the opposite to relaxing? Stressful? The most stressful thing we're doing my fan team. And considering there's 200 grand on the line, I give it so little thought. It's unreal. Like, I've got so lucky. The amount of times I've forgotten to do my transfers and kept Werner and Havertz, and they keep ticking over with points. I've just sold both of them now, but like this week, my fan team is Meslier. This is how different it is to FPL, how I've got my team set up. Can I bring it up on screen? I think I probably can. Can I do this easy? Just like this. But it's in the wrong position though. Basically, Meslier in goal, Zuma, Alexander-Arnold, Ben White. Ben White. Son, Salah, Grealish, Rodriguez. So fairly similar to FPL, I guess. And then Wilson, Kane, and Adams up front. So I've still got Che Adams in my team. I haven't thought about what to do with him yet. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm pretty relaxed. I mean, it's so easy when... Not so easy. But it's easier when you got no... I mean, I've basically got everyone I could need this week. Right? Kane and Son, they're gonna be the ones to potentially punish. If Werner scores, so be it, etc. I don't know. I feel quite happy. All right, that's the second time we've done that. Next time, it's a ban. If people have got genuine news about players missing out, send me the links on Twitter. Married to the game, how's it going? Thanks so much for the content. No worries. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you and the family well. They are well, yeah, especially the dog as well. Thoughts on quadruple Arsenal defence? I mean, Arsenal are the best team in the league when it comes to defence, obviously. I've always said that. So, yeah, why not? Play Bamford or Barkley. Barkley against Arsenal. You've got quadruple of defence, probably not. I mean, definitely Bamford, isn't it? Why am I even thinking about it? Thanks very much for that, but definitely Bamford against Palace. Do you have a plan for when to use free hit? Yeah, potentially in Game Week 18, there could be blank Game Week, so teams not playing. And the week after could be double Game Week. So the plan would be to prep for the double Game Week and use the free hit in Game Week 18. But sometimes with stuff like free hit, I wouldn't worry about it. Just wait until you need it. You you can have a plan closer to when you know you need a plan. Right now, you don't need a plan for the free hit. When am I getting Che Adams back? In FPL, I'm not getting him back. Not yet, anyway. Let's see how he does without Ings. But the thing is, the fixtures are not very good for Southampton. So after this week, it's Wolves away, tough. Man United away, very tough. Brighton away, Sheffield United at home, could be okay. Then it's Arsenal away, Man City at home, tough. And then even then they play Fulham and West Ham. Then they're back into like Liverpool. Like Southampton don't have a good run of fixtures for a while, to be honest. So I'm not interested in Adams at all. At all. Could you free hit now if you needed to? I mean, you could free hit whenever you want, basically, but definitely don't need it. Do I think Calvert-Lewin will stay consistent? I don't think we've seen anything to say that he won't. I think he'll get enough chances to whether or not he can keep finishing them. So I think he should be good. I have 2 free transfers and Ryan. What should I do? If you've literally got nothing else to do, I would be pretty tempted to move Ryan on. I don't know if he's going to play or not. No one can tell you that apart from Potter. We'll find out in, what is it now, 30, 40, 47 more minutes. We'll find out. I got a feeling he's going to miss out, but that's just my opinion. I do not know, right? Sterling this week on the left side of Liverpool, where Trent and the new centre back look weak. Yeah, maybe. I wouldn't. I sometimes think the whole left and right side thing is just overthinking a bit. Like fair enough, Sterling could do well down that side. But Matip could play. Maybe Fabinho will be back. I'm not 100% sure about them. I don't know. I think that's maybe overthinking a bit. He could still do. He could do well anyway, but it's not a fixture I would target, to be honest, even with Van Dijk out. Mine, how's it going? I currently only have 2 playing defenders plus size. Is it worth taking a -4? If I didn't have any playing defenders, like 100% they weren't going to play, I'd probably take the -4, yeah. I would probably take the -4. Luke, thanks very much. Because I just think if they're definitely not going to play, then you've got no points anyway. So the player you bring in will hopefully at least get appearance points. So that's taken off 2 points already. So yeah, I'd be pretty tempted to do it. I'm not protective of more pay at all. Like, if people don't want more pay, don't get him. It's just every time I show my team, it's like, why have you got more pay? Why have you got more pay? Why have you not transferred out more pay? Like, it's this huge issue. I mean, it's Burnley at home is fine. Like, if he scored, would anyone be surprised? I don't know. If I had to buy someone right now, I'd probably buy Wilson. Balbuena or Lamptey to play this week? I mean, Balbuena's got the better fixture, but I'd probably play Lamptey. Bit more attacking, I reckon. Got 15 more minutes until the deadline. Nice early finish for FPL for once. I mean, most people probably don't like that. I absolutely love it. The weekend starts soon. Thoughts on going full skinhead? Absolutely not. I mean, to be fair, my hair is so thin, I'm basically a skinhead already. Why am I... What the hell? I'm so small on here. Let me make myself a bit bigger. There we go. Risk Rodriguez. I don't think it's much of a risk, to be honest. I think he's going to be fine. Sounds like he's fine. Okay, so Sice is definitely not for sure out, but we're pretty confident, I would say, that he's probably lost his place at this point. But there's no guarantees. Like, could he start? Absolutely. We don't 100% know, but if you've got like the person, sorry, I forgot the name now. The person that said, I've got 2 playing defenders plus Sice and then 2 non-playing defenders. Like, for me, that'd be enough to transfer out. We don't know for sure the Sice is out, but for me, he'd be gone. Devin, how's it going? Sice to Cresswell or hold Sice and hope for the best? If that's a free transfer, I think that's fine. even if he does start, right? Here's the other thing to consider. Even if Slice does start, one, it's Leicester. That's tough enough. They could concede. Two, you'd still not know. Like, I'd say now, right? If you all keep... and again, you don't have to get rid of him. I'm just giving you the scenario. Sice plays against Leicester. You know what the questions are going to be next week? Yeah, but is Sice going to play again? Is Kilman going to play again? And those players are so frustrating. Like, for Reece James, okay, maybe it's worthwhile. But for Sice, I mean, he's got a bit of goal threat when he plays. But I don't know. This is the thing. You're going to have this in the back of your mind every single week. The only way people are going to be happy playing Sice from here on out is if Kilman gets injured. So that's something to consider too. So I would probably get rid of Sice. Trade Robertson for a Chelsea defender or play Kilman. I mean, I definitely prefer Chilwell to Kilman this week. But if you want to keep the Liverpool defender long term, just play Kilman. Corey, how's it going? Who to play? Lamptey, Chilwell, Dallas, Semedo, Justin. I feel like this is... Did you not ask this already? I feel like someone asked this exact same question. Definitely Chilwell, definitely Lamptey, probably Dallas. I think Semedo could be okay. Maybe Justin as well, but I think the first three. I think given attacking threat for Semedo, you've probably got the order correct there. Well, I guess Chilwell is ahead of Lamptey, but otherwise, yeah, you got the... It's definitely Lamptey, Chilwell, Dallas for me. Fancy Football Scout. Barnes versus Rodriguez. Who to start? Barnes against Wolves. Rodriguez against Man United. I feel like Barnes is more likely to score you a goal and Rodriguez is more likely to get you assists. So maybe Barnes. Just about. That's why you were asking me about the 1 week punt, Adam. Who did you go for? I still think if you've got the money, you should just go to Chilwell. I know it's not a punt, but he is probably the best option this week. Luke, thank you very much. A -4 to get out Ryan, Pulisic and Brewster. I mean, straight away, that's 3 good players to be taken out. McCarthy, Fornals and Wilson. I like it, but what I would say is if you were playing a 3-4-3 or whatever, a 3-5-2 with Brewster starting, then that's fine. If Brewster was a bench option, you're now putting yourself in a position where you've got a lot of money spread between 8 players, and that might get a little bit frustrating, if that makes sense. But if Brewster is someone you were planning on playing every single week, then yeah, I do like those moves. I hope that makes sense. Sebastian, thanks very much. Chimpy, thanks very much. Oscar, Rodriguez and Werner in for Sterling and Jimenez. I get why people are looking to sell Sterling for the next 2 game weeks because it's Liverpool and Spurs, but you're going to want him in game week 10, I think. So I don't know if I would do that, no, to be honest. And plus, you're taking out Sterling before Liverpool for Rodriguez about to play Man United. I know you're getting Werner in. I don't like that. I especially don't like it if it's a hit. No need for the heading. No need for the gym. Just increase the zoom. I wish that's how it worked. Thanks very much for that. Adam, thanks very much. Cody or Barkley? It's got to be Barkley, hasn't it? Got to be Barkley. Gotta be Barkley. See if I've missed any here. Olivier with a W. Should I sell Sice and Pulisic for a -4? If you've not got a good bench, I'd be pretty tempted to do that, yeah. Obviously, it all depends on your bench, etc. But I think it looks good. How's it going, Physio? Good luck to you as well. You already had Chill. I've been looking at regular, and after you session, I went with him. Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know the risk. He might not play, but it sounds like it's okay. I mean, he's got 2 assists and 2 for me. Like, he's been fine. It's just those clean sheets. If he's going to get a clean sheet, surely it's against West Brom. My throat's hurting, by the way. Not good. Not good for someone that has to talk a lot. Oaken, how's it going? Bringing Rashford or Rodriguez for Pulisic? I mean, probably Rashford for the next couple of weeks. Although Rodriguez does play Fulham. I think Rashford. You're more likely to get a goal. If you've got the money and it fits your structure, do it. Do it. Jacob, thank you very much. Size replacement. I mean, it's a lot. This should be called the size stream. Should I go cheap defender, Ailing Masuaka, or attacking defenders like James, Cresswell, Cancelo? Idea is to get Chilwell, who I can't afford right now. Trent, Justin, Lamptey, Mitchell. You've already got quite a cheap defence. Like, so for these questions, you really need to look at your team and decide in the next 9 minutes what your plan is for future transfers. Because if you're like trying to get like Man City players in or whatever it might be, and you have to get some money out of defence and you want to go for a cheap defender, if you've kind of already got the structure in place, you could probably go for a bit more of an expensive one. You've already got quite a cheap defence outside of Trent. So you could maybe go for like a Cancelo. The only problem with James, Cresswell, Cancelo is Cancelo next 2 fixtures are not great. And we don't really know if he's 100% nailed on. I mean, he pretty much isn't, although he might be worth the risk. And it's the same with Reece James. And Cresswell looks good, although they did say he should be okay, which is hugely frustrating. So Cresswell looks all right. But you could just go cheap if you want that money up front. So it depends what your kind of your plan is going forward, I guess. What else we got? So someone asked me what my transfers are. I'm basically not making any transfers. I will do a quick shout out to the patrons though. If you're not already signed up, you can check out patreon.com/letstalkfpl. So this is everybody that's signed up. Everyone in blue has been there at least a year or more. Quite a few people signed up at this point. If you want to check it out, there's a link in the description below. And I'll do a shout out to everybody who signed up every time we stream or do a video. So there was a live Q&A I did earlier today with just a few people in there. There's extra content every week, Slack access, that kind of stuff if you want to check it out. Rodriguez or Grealish? Grealish, Wilson or Morpay? Wilson. What else have we got? Dave Bates, Son or Kane captain? I mean, it's answered on screen. I'm going Kane. Like I said on the captain video, I'm not really worried about who attacks down the left, who attacks down the right, who's susceptible to attacks down the left or right. I'm just overall, Kane's stats just beat Son. He's taking more shots in the box. He's taking more shots overall. He's on penalties. He's also lower owned as well, which I actually quite like. I don't know what his ownership is. Their ownerships are in like the top 10k, top 1 million or whatever. But overall, Kane is owned by less people, so I quite like that. Although he'll probably be captained by more, I'd say. So yeah, it's Kane for me, and I'm not swapping off that. I just don't want to overthink it. It's like I could change the song, but why would I be doing it now? I just think it's so close. I'm not going to sit here and overthink it. It's Kane captain for me. I've been on it all along. Job done. Would you be afraid if you had Werner in your team? He played 2 full 90-minute games in the span of a week. Maybe. Lampard has mentioned that he might have to manage his minutes and he'll look at it, but there's no Pulisic, no Havertz. I think he plays this week. I think he plays on the left again. Am I getting Rodriguez back? Probably not. I do miss him though, having got him in at 7.5. I miss him a bit. But I'm not planning on getting him back. Like, maybe if there's an injury or something next week and I want to get him in for Fulham, but my main plan is to get Man City players now over the next couple of weeks. So I might still have my Spurs boys for Game Week 9. Really, I'm just waiting for Game Week 10. Like, that's the Game Week I really want to get to. And we've got an international break now as well. So Game Week 10 is not until the 28th of November. 22 days away. Over 3 weeks until I can get my Man City boys in. Tempted to triple captain Kane. Look, if people want a triple captain, like I said, go for it. You're not get. If people are asking me about triple captain to get like my OK or something, it's not going to happen. I'm afraid. It's not something I want to do. I've not made any changes. No, this is my team. Looking good. I think it looks alright. I haven't used my triple captain yet. I'll wait for the double game weeks. How's it going, Daniel? It's five minutes until deadline, so don't forget to make your moves if you haven't already. Transfer size for Cresswell and bench Robertson. Probably, but if there's only one free transfer, I would be tempted. I don't think like there's this like thing in FPL community sometimes that you have to have 2 free transfers going over the international break. You don't have to, but it is kind of useful. So if you've only got 1 free transfer, I'd maybe be tempted to play Robertson and just leave Size for now. And just have 2 free transfers. If you've already got 2 though, then yeah, maybe you do it. Maz, how's it going? Got Dallas, Chilwell, Lamptey playing, Syson done on the bench. Sice goes anyway, but I can't decide whether to do it now or next week. Probably next week. You've got 3 defenders that should play. Good fixtures. I think do it. That's just me though. Just my opinion. 4 minutes now to the deadline. Like, anyone that's putting in a super chat now, you're really risking time of me to get a good answer and you to make the move. Thoughts on my Game Week 8 team? Thanks very much, Jack. Martinez, Zuma, Chilwell, double Chelsea defense, nice. Robertson, fine. Son, Grealish, Zaha, Salah, ZS, Kane, Calvin looks good. 103.7 million value your Game Week 9 transfer. Hang on. God, my throat's really bad today. It looks fine. Game Week 9 transfer. Let's wait and see. Yeah, to be honest, if you've only got one free transfer... Sorry, if you only had one free transfer next week, you could probably roll it, to be honest. I don't think you need to necessarily make a transfer with that team until Game Week 10. You kind of want to get to Game Week 10 with 2 free transfers, I would say. Chilwell does feel like people are making him out to be essential now. I'm glad I got him on in last week. It's just annoying that he didn't get something more than just the clean sheet. But yeah, he's 25% owned now. That's just going to keep going up, especially if he gets a decent return against Sheffield United. The more times Liverpool blank and Chilwell doesn't, like, that ownership is just going to keep increasing. The funny thing is, people that keep Liverpool, like, you can't be expecting much this week. So even if they blank, it doesn't mean you should necessarily sell. That's going to be the conversation next week. Is Sice definitely out? Is Liverpool defenders gone, etc.? Should I start Rodriguez this weekend? He's only 75% fitness. I think Ancelotti, the reason why he's on 75% is because he said something like, I don't know if he's 100%, but he says he's 100%. But Ancelotti also said, I've got no real injuries apart from, I think it was Delph, and obviously Richarlison missing out for his suspension. So I think Rodriguez will be fine. Ziyech ahead of Rodriguez, definitely this week, but Camille, definitely. Cost you 5.9 million. I think that's fine. 2-minute warning from Adam. Yes, it's just 2 minutes to the deadline. So if you haven't already, do the important things, which is not checking your team. It's hitting that like button, hitting subscribe, so you know when all the other videos are going live. Next stream, I'll probably do a stream on Sunday, even though there's no football after that, just because all the matches will be finished, so we can rejoice or cry together, basically. Oh, is he not on 75%? Let me have a look. As long as I don't make any accidental transfers. Yeah, he's not on 75%. He's fully fine. What are you worried about? Hammers should play. They miss him when he doesn't play. Yeah, there you go. The flag is lifted. Yeah, the priorities are hit the like button, hit subscribe, check out Patreon, then do your transfers, then do your captaincy in that order. That's my recommendation. That's what I'm saying. Maybe I'm biased. I don't know. But get it locked in. You only got 1 minute now. I'm going to double check. So go to points. Go to pick team. Go to points. Go to pick team. There we go. There is my team. I'm happy with it. I'm feeling good. Like Adam said earlier, I'm relaxed. I'm feeling chilled. I mean, I won't. The annoying thing is I've got 2 players playing today, Lamptey and Morpay. And if they both blank in the first game, it's like, ugh. It's annoying. That means I've only got 9 players left. The issue, Mitchell's out. I don't know what the exact injury is, but he's done. He's done. You bought in Reece James and doubled up on Chilwell. Failed. Not necessarily. As long as Reece James does okay, you know. Why not Mitchell to Kilman? Why would I do Mitchell to Kilman? I don't need to do that. We're locked in. That is the deadline. I do miss not having it. I like the fact they changed the deadline, but I also miss not having a team lineup to go and check. I would love to react now. Oh, Morpay is definitely playing. Here's a hat trick coming. Yada 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 yada. That looks really good. Okay, there we go. Time is up. 4 p.m. and we're locked in already. That is me, as you see on screen, looking... I think it looks alright. Change Basuma to number 1 because Dallas will play anyway if a defender doesn't play. Yeah, I know, but even if a midfielder doesn't play, I think I want Dallas on before Basuma, to be honest. There we go. 2 free transfers going into Game Week 9. I'm pretty happy about that. I'm pretty happy with how things are going at the moment. I think the wild cards worked out all right. Whether that will continue, we don't know. But yeah. The leaks are handy. We're all waiting for next week. Yeah, I mean, Game Week 9 is going to be interesting. It'd be interesting to see from here on out how quickly people move off Spurs players. But yeah, that's it. I'll be back on Sunday for a stream, for the knee-jerk stream. Thank you very much for watching. Just to nag you again, because I saw someone complaining about me nagging, hit that like button. Please do that. The support really does help me out. And subscribers... look nice. We're coming on to 120k, which is ridiculous. Like, I wanted to hit 100k by the end of the season. We're on nearly 120k in game week 8. So thank you, Frank with an F. Thank you very much for your support as always. I'm going to shoot off. Good luck in game week 8. I hope you all do a little bit worse than me. And I hope I get a big green arrow and end up winning this thing. By the way, I didn't say it during the stream, but I had a dream, aka a nightmare last night. Like, genuinely, this happened. And I always think, anytime someone tells you about their dreams, I always think to that. I think it was a sketch or an interview with Ricky Gervais where he just says, "Don't talk to people about your dreams. Nobody cares about them." I'm going to tell you anyway. And I actually woke up and I had to check my team because I dreamt that someone had hacked my FPL team again. And all I remember is seeing minus 18,200 points. Like, they'd made that many transfers just to screw me over. So yeah, there you go. That's what happened last night. Minus 18,000 points. Hopefully it doesn't happen. And hopefully I just have a good game week 8 and you all do as well. And anyway, go and enjoy your weekend. You don't have to worry about FPL now for over 2 weeks. Perfect timing. Jarvis Cocker, how's it going? What about Gareth Bale? Will be great this weekend. He will be if he plays. Will he start though? That's the thing. I'm going to shoot off. Thanks to everyone that's supported on Patreon, that's watched, that's liked, that's subscribed, that's put in a super chat, everything. Enjoy your weekend. I'm definitely off now. I've got exciting stuff to do, like go and put the clothes away and clean the kitchen, because I've been saying I'll do that for about a week and I haven't done it. Anyway, goodbye. See you later. Thanks for tuning in.